Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with their opponents. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Mond, a quick throw, complete. A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mond. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Off the play fake. Mond. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Rice. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 5th touchdown on the ground, number 8 overall. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On first down, Grove. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bond going to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Handoff comes to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. We'll run it now with Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the give is Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, Mond. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and 10, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Steps away. He gets it to Thomas. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Second and 5. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
This time Jackson will throw it, rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and it's now 21-7. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he loses the football a second time. And this belongs to the Vikings.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got him the ball back. See what they can do about it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Rice, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 27,
Mond. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mond looks to throw.
Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, Webster. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Webster. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now Jackson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still, they have nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10. Yeah, he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
To throw is Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. Room past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his left. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there on 3rd down. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. Touchdown! A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Thunderbirds are able to move back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll go right back to Nwangu. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Vikings, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.